right, so last week we told you that in our Rynn chats we were going to be giving you some recipes. So this is going to be the first one. And I asked Dave to join me. As you can see, he's already finished his pasta, which is totally real world because he eats so much faster than I do. But we're going to talk about fare la scarpetta.
Yeah, so a scarpe is a shoe. Scarpetta is like a little shoe or a slipper. In Italy, there's a term called fare la scarpetta, or using the scarpetta, which just means to make the little shoe. And so what you do is you take a little piece of bread, and you have to get all the remnants out of your bowl, of course. And so it acts as you're basically sort of filling this shoe with all of the delicious remnants of sauce or whatever's at the bottom of your bowl. Like so.
And this is something that Dave, growing up in an Italian-American household, experienced all the time. Whenever you were done with your pasta, the sauce that was left, you would take the boot end, essentially, of the bread that was on the table and sop up what was left, right? And not just for pasta sauce, but could also be used with, like, what's left when you have mussels or, you know, lots of things.
Anything you want to sop up.
Exactly. So this is a concept that we actually took and did a little innovation on. And our chef, our lunch chef here, Bill, actually came up with this concept and we loved it. And now it's a feature on our menu here. And so we wanted to teach you guys how to do it. If you look below, you'll actually find the recipe with all the process and the steps and instructions on how to do it. But essentially, this is a great way to use up bread maybe that's starting to go a little stale. And although Bill typically uses a crusty bread because that's what we use here in house, you'll see that you could basically substitute any bread that you might have, even like pretzels or cornbread or something like that. But essentially, it's taking this concept and turning it into what I actually refer to as like a savory bread pudding. So it's taking all of these stale ends of the bread and mixing it with essentially what we have in house at the time. So it could be cured meats, it could be vegetables, it could be like a meatball, it could be sausage, something like that, olives, and then our cheeses. And Dave can't help himself, but it's you essentially could use our melting curds that we use with poutine. You could use the fresh mozzarella. I mean, what's great about this is you don't even have to stretch the cheese. You mix it all together, put a little custard into it, which we have the recipe down below, and then you bake it at 350 degrees. When it comes out, Bill actually likes to add a little guanciale or lardo to the top just to give a little bacony flavor, which is awesome. And it's the perfect little winter menu item. Fun for a cold day.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. And so if you're looking for something fun to do, and you can make these even ahead of time and refrigerate them or freeze them, but then you just put them in the oven and heat them up, and you have a perfect little winter meal. So check out the recipe below for the Scarpetta Bowl, as we call it, or come on in for lunch and we'll make it for you. But again, all you need is our either mozzarella curd or our poutine curd, and you too can be enjoying your own Scarpetta Bowl. Thanks, guys.
Buon appetito.